All right, what's up, guys? So yeah, I don't understand. I just updated the app, the YouTube app, so maybe that's why it just literally cut out on me. But the shit's getting very frustrating, not being able to stream. So anyways, I'm just gonna cut the intro, and we're just gonna get right into this shit. But hopefully this works. Hopefully. No, I can't even rotate it that way. Let's see, because if I could actually put it up here, that would be kind of cool. I might be able to, but it would have to be like this. I think that shit's still in the way, probably. But if I tweak it like this, I just want to be able to see the screen here. I think that's good enough. Oh, I might have to give in and go to the doctor. Alright, so anyways, hopefully that's good enough. So yeah, today I'm just gonna be basically making some beats and shit. Hopefully you guys can hear the sound okay. The reason I'm using my phone is because I have a better chance of a successful stream. For some reason, my computer, I can't connect to 5G on it, so it just doesn't work as great, and it's just easier on my phone. So we're gonna give it a shot, and again, I'm not gonna repeat, I deleted the first stream because it failed, and it said it was still streaming, but obviously it wasn't, so I had to delete it. So I'm not gonna repeat that whole spiel, but yeah, basically the reason, I haven't been posting and streaming and stuff is just because I've been busy with life and shit, and yeah, that's it, So, and I've also, been just fucking sick as hell. I don't know, I think it's just, respiratory infection, and I got bad sinuses, so it's like I constantly get sinus infections and shit, and I hate doctors, so I avoid them at all costs because I'm afraid to be misdiagnosed, and I really, really, really don't want to hear that I have to get surgery, because I probably do, at least on my sinuses, because I can never breathe, but I have a big issue with people touching my face, and like it's so close to like my brain and my eyes, like that shit fucks me up. So yeah, so that's why I haven't been streaming, and just feeling like shit, not being motivated and stuff, I don't know. But I'm gonna try to stream today, maybe make some new beats. I posted a link in the description for my Fiverr account. If you guys are interested in purchasing some beats or working with me, if you're a singer, a rapper, whatever, I literally do everything: hip hop, R&B, rap, trap. I mean, obviously, I do dubstep and electronic music too, but I can do pop music. I literally do every genre, metal, like anything you can think of. I can produce it. Obviously, I've been around music since I was basically born, and my first instrument was drumming, and I'm still into metal and rock music and all that shit, and but basically I love every genre, and I always try to like experiment with different styles and shit. So if you guys want to purchase a beat, or have any questions, you can hit me up on here, or you can just check out my Fiverr account, because it's actually really cool the way they got it set up, and basically, if you have any questions, you can, message me on there, and, we could chit chat. It makes it super easy. And then, if you want to purchase a beat, I do have one post on there for beats, and there's 3 different packages. But if there's something specific you want that like isn't in one of those packages, I mean, the packages are just basically, a pre-existing beat from my library. The second package up would be like, a custom beat, something that I just whip up, you know, and then the third one is like a full custom. Like I basically, you tell me what you want more, you know, it's kind of more interactive, I guess, and you have more control over it, more revisions and, you know, all that shit. So check it out. But if you want, you know, just something different, if you want like a couple beats or whatever, just hit me up on Fiverr and then we can work something out and I can create an offer right then and there. And, cause yeah, I'm trying to get this shit going and, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. But I've been making, you know, I've still been working on my own music, but I've been really focusing on like making beats and shit, just because I don't know, I love doing it, and I feel like there's a lot of potential, I guess. So I'm just gonna basically work on some shit, show you guys some stuff a little bit. Obviously, I'm not showing my screen just because it's too much work to, I don't know, to fucking do everything. If there's anything important, obviously I'll point it out, but so this little idea. So the cool thing is I love Ableton. Oh fuck, maybe I can rotate this for a second here. Probably not. But yeah, the thing I like about Ableton is the session view, because it's awesome for making beats, because what you can do is literally just record like little loops and stuff, and then you can experiment and mix them together and see what sounds good with what. So I can take like this one sound right here. Anyways, I can take this one synth and I can make a bunch of different melodies and ideas, and then make a bunch of different basses. Well, that sounded pretty insane. That was cool. I make a bunch of different basses, and then a bunch of different sub basses, a bunch of different beats, and then I can mix and match them, and then record them across the arrangement, and then go in and fine tune it. It doesn't really work as well for dubstep, because dubstep, at least when I create electronic music or dubstep or bass music, whatever, it is super intricate, and like there are so many little fine details, which again, yeah, you could get like a basic beat going with the arrangement, record it, or a session, record it into arrangement and then tweak it, but it's just, with beats, you know, there's so much more straightforward that it's just a lot easier. You know, you don't have so many, you know, you don't have as many instruments, because you don't want to flood the entire spectrum and not leave room for the vocalist. So the key to like good beats, obviously, is you want to try to keep it simple, you know, and again, you want to leave room for the vocalist. So anyways, this idea I got here, hopefully it sounds okay, at least like quality wise. If you guys want to hear the sub bass, you might be able to hear it, because I know like I've done some tests like with like recording a video on my phone and listening to it in my truck. You can definitely hear the sub bass, but you'll obviously need some higher quality speakers. I know the mobile devices don't really pick it up, so if you do want to listen to it, you will be able to hear the sub bass, but you'll have to listen to this stream on a computer or like some speakers, or headphones probably. So anyways. Something, I don't even see, that was one idea I had, but what I'm gonna do here is record this one. I fucked that up. Late. never saved. What I like to do, basically, if you go into Ableton, if you have like a drum rack, I don't even know if you'll be able to see this, but I got my open hi-hat and then I got my closed hi-hat. Well, I like the closed hi-hat to choke when the, I like the open hi-hat to choke when the closed hi-hat triggers, just because it sounds better. I don't like when it rings out. It just kind of, it doesn't sound natural. So what you can do is go into your effect chain here, and then you find the open hi-hat, and then literally all you have to do is click your in-out section, and then click choke on whatever, like you basically group together the sounds that you want to choke. So we got the open hi-hat, and then you select one, and then we want these closed hi-hats to be in that same group. So you select one. So then basically now every time the I didn't do this one. So that's good. So So we'll go ahead and record that. We'll get something going here. And the way I like to do this, how do I hit my chain? Alright, there we go. So we got the drums, we got the bass. I wonder if this would sound better an octave higher. I think I've already tried this. Kind of like that, so I think we might change, or we might keep that. No way. I apologize. I don't know what I was doing. Alright, anyways, what the dude is... Mess that up. almost cut out, but it didn't, so that's good. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this hi-hats recorded. Let's go ahead and record this. I think I got an idea how I want the hi-hats to sound. The hi-hats, I mean the beat, everything, the beat is super important, obviously. You know, the kick and the snare pattern. Obviously you want that to line up with the 808 or the sub bass. And, but the hi-hat is super important in my opinion. Obviously it kind of carries the beat and, you know, it definitely makes a big difference. You don't want like a very boring hi-hat pattern. You want to add some, you know, groove to it. So we'll try that. Quantized to a triplet. the sub bass or the 808s. I got the sub bass preset. It's based off of the Ableton hip hop sub bass, but I made a couple tweaks myself because the drop was a little too intense. I didn't want it to be like the pitch drop basically. I wanted it to be punchy, but I didn't want it to be like a super high pitch drop. I just wanted it to be punchy. So I basically tweaked a little bit of the settings for the pitch drop. You know, there's some distortion on here. I mean, there's nothing really too off from the Ableton stock plugin, but I've had the best luck with it, and it sounds the cleanest. I have made some sub bass or 808 patches using Serum, but I love the Ableton hip hop sub bass just because it's very universal and it works the best, and especially if you sidechain it with the kick, you really get a really nice fucking punchy, it sounds great. So what I usually do, see again, if I even turn the camera towards this, you guys probably still won't even be able to really see it that well, just because, see, you can't see it. I don't know why. And I just don't feel like messing around with it especially because the stream will probably cut out again, because that's just what it does. But what I like to do is I'll duplicate my drum track, and then I will throw an external instrument on it, which is in Ableton's instruments. And it has a lot of functions, a lot of things you can do with the external instrument plugin thing, but I'm not going to really go over it all now. But basically, it's used to send MIDI signals out to something, and basically what we're going to do, I actually have like a preset saved with a bunch of, because you can send signals to different things if you create a group, but just for this, since we're only going to be sidechaining the sub bass. What I'm going to do is go ahead and throw LFO tool onto my sub bass, which is literally the only thing I ever use for sidechain compression, or not for sidechain compression, but for sidechaining. I think compression, I don't like using compression for sidechaining. I'd prefer volume automation because it doesn't tamper with the dynamics of the sound. It keeps everything intact. It literally just dips the audio down for a quick second or however long you program it to do. And you can also have the LFO tool re-trigger to a MIDI trigger, which is going to be our kick drum, and we are going to use the external instrument and route that to LFO tool. So basically we can draw in any MIDI notes. I usually, again, just copy my drum track over and then just delete everything besides the kick, and yeah. So basically, every time the kick hits, it will trigger the LFO tool. So you can see, if I just solo the sub bass track, and obviously you probably heard that clicking. If you just adjust the smooth setting in LFO tool, it will get rid of that. But you don't want to turn it up too much because then you won't get any LFO really. It kind of takes, so it's like I think it's kind of more so like a dry wet knob in a sense. It just makes it not so harsh basically. So then what we can do here, I'll also take my bass lead. I'm going to go ahead and cut out some of the low frequencies because I don't want it clashing with the sub bass. So what we'll do is just throw like a low cut on here and just roll off probably around like, I don't know, 30 to 40 hertz. It's a little much, but I think it'll be good. higher. We're gonna go to like 60 hertz because this isn't as low frequency as I suspected or expected. I think that we're still able to maintain some of the fundamentals of the sound. So now, alright, yeah, that's pretty good. And then another thing too, I am clipping 8.10 decibels, so I am just simply going to turn everything down. I like to do everything as a group, just turn everything down together and then tweak it later if need be. You guys probably can't hear that sub bass, but actually I'm going to turn up the distortion. I love a really, really, really distorted sub bass. Not like really distorted, but I love it really just heavy and as distorted as it can be without, you know, sounding like shit. That sounds pretty good. I'm actually going to turn this up just a touch. Actually, another thing, I'm going to actually throw my limiter on and then just crank that up a little bit. If you guys will be able to hear that, but that's the sub bass. I'm going to go ahead and record it right now. And yeah, then we'll start maybe doing some other shit to this. I really don't know how long I'm going to stream today. It is already 12 something. Alright, we'll see. I might stream for a little bit longer, but we'll see. I was expecting to hopefully get a couple more viewers here, but we'll see. The first stream failed, so it kind of fucked everything up, but and although you guys probably can't hear that super well, the cool thing about like using, actually even if you use sidechain compression, but basically sidechaining your kick with your sub bass. Right now I have like a real kind of technical kick pattern. It really like it makes the sub bass. Literally, I was just holding notes. I wasn't playing anything like crazy, and you can hear it. Like it actually, makes it sound like the sub bass is a lot more complicated than it is, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but if you hear it, hopefully you can hear this. it literally lines up perfectly with the kick drum. So basically, it complements it in such a great way, and it just works well together. And obviously, it doesn't clash with my bass lead, which has some lower frequencies. There's tons of room to breathe in the mix, and the most important thing is I'm not clipping, and everything is nice and level. And I mean, this is pretty much, obviously you guys can't really hear it from the quality that I'm hearing it right now, but this sounds fucking amazing. So, and I literally haven't done anything. I've just started, putting all the instruments in, and making the melodies and beats and stuff. And this is your goal. This is what you want to try to achieve, something that sounds good with literally no post processing. And if you can do that, you won't really have to do any post processing. It all comes down to your sound selection, and how you use your sounds, and most importantly, I don't even want to say sound selection, but like just how you level everything, and leave room for everything. Make sure that you don't have three different sub basses on top of each other. That would just create so much muddiness. It would just sound like shit. Probably need to make a simpler drum beat. I was thinking about it, but let's see here. I kind of like that a little better. I feel like there was maybe a little bit too much going on in there. I mean, it's not bad, but again, I don't like to overdo it with certain things. So let's see how it sounds now. So now that I got like my basic, kind of ideas down here, what I can do is basically turn everything off and kind of go through everything one by one. Oh yeah, I forgot we... Then I can duplicate this and then take out the hi-hats. Maybe switch up the snare or something. This would be like the intro. Do a Drake snare. this up a little bit. I think I got it. So we're gonna go ahead and record this, just kind of rough sketch it, see how it turns out, see what kind of structure we can come up with, and then I'll probably end this stream soon. Oh, I fucked that up. Anyways, we could kind of work with that. I don't know. I kind of like that so far, I guess. There's a lot of work to do, but you know what? I think, let's see here. Let's see here. I feel like fucking shit. Alright, so, anyways, I think I'm actually going to get off. I'll probably maybe stream later if I'm feeling a little better, but kind of wanted to post something, I guess, just to do it. But anyways, like I said, check me out on Fiverr if you guys want to buy beats or have any questions or want production lessons. Let me know. I'm open to do that, you know. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will hopefully be posting stuff in the near future. As long as I'm feeling better, I might have to go to the doctor, but we'll see. Hopefully I don't have pneumonia. That would suck, like walking pneumonia or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But